start coming in and people start just ordering.
Okay, I think it's loading. So, and then I'm going to make a couple of co-hosts here real quick. That's what I get for talking and not doing my duties every week. Okay, co-host. While you are there, Centra gave a challenge last week. So if you met that challenge, I want you to talk about it for a second while I make co-hosts. Oh, I know somebody did it.
I was doing 25 calls a day. I missed 2 days, but on those days I did some following up from the other calls, and it definitely did move my business forward. So that was exciting. Is that the challenge you mean? I hope. Okay.
Yes.
There was contact 20 customers, I think.
Yes.
So who did that? I know Lisa did. Who else? All right, Stacia, unmute and talk about that for just a second.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I did about 26 because I was working off of my PCP list.
All right. Good job. Centra, I just want to thank you for making that challenge last week. Okay, I'm just going to double check, make sure that we are streaming because I went away from it before it. Oh my gosh.
Because I did it also, Donna.
Oh,
Good.
I did it as well. I didn't do 20 calls, but I did do 10 calls, and it really catapulted my business this week. So I'd made
Awesome.
a lot of reorders this week.
All right, that's yay. I love the fact that you had a challenge, Centra. I appreciate it so much. We talked about that challenge quite a bit in our little group meeting too last night. Well, I want to get started and thank you all for being here. You know, you're not letting the summer activities and things and warm weather keep you from your Monday night meeting, so I appreciate that. And I want to start with some announcements. And first of all, as Centra said, this is June 15th. This is Star Consultant deadline, the fourth quarter Star Consultant deadline. So if you don't know how close you are to a star, you might be close to a star. This is the fourth quarter of our seminar year. And you can still be a star up until midnight Central Time tonight, I believe it is. I wouldn't cut it that close, but you can. Now, if you have been a star and you've been a star all four quarters, you want to go into InTouch or have your director help you and find out how much production you have in those, how many points you have for all four quarters, and have you met the All-Star prize? Do you have enough for that? Don't miss it by just a little bit. Who's already done 4 quarters of star? All right, Patty has, Lisa has, Linda, I'm sure all the directors have. And
Jenny Hostenberg has.
All right. So you want to go in, make sure that you have met the level to get one of the prizes at seminar. Now you have to go to seminar, I believe, to get those. But of course, we're going to put that on too. You want to be at seminar. So that's farther in my notes. Let's go back to Star Consultant. There's time to be star. How many are already a fourth quarter star? Not, maybe you weren't an all-star, but you're a fourth quarter star, which ends tonight. Patty and Sherry and Jessica and Linda and Lisa. Okay, you girls, Centra. You guys, it's not, who did I miss?
Jenny Hostenberg is one.
Jenny. Okay, great. So you guys, congratulations.
Oh, and Stephanie is one.
Stephanie and Jenny. Did I see Jenny? Okay, and Stephanie. All right, you guys, congratulations, because the Star Consultant program is our scorecard. It's our report card for how well we're doing in our business. So it's like something you don't want to miss. And tomorrow starts the new star quarter for next year. So plan on being an all-star next year also. All right. The 15th is also the day that 300 by the 15th ends. So if your unit does that program, that's tonight. So 300 wholesale or 600 wholesale. Now let's talk about wholesale a bit. Star Consultant depends upon wholesale. Active status now is on retail. So we have to, I saw an order go in the last couple of days and it was 500 and something. Now, probably retail wise, it would have been 1200, which normally would have been 600, but it's a little lower than that because of the June specials. All of these products right here are 60% off. And what a deal that is. And do you know that for $181, a consultant can become active if they spend their money on these fabulous products? I use every single one of those products on there. I slap those things on my face. So it's a great thing to open to stock up. And I just want to give you an example of an active order. If you order 2 serum C plus E's, 2 lifting serums, 3 boosters, and 1 dynamic wrinkle limiter, do you know that's an active order? That's $454. And that would last you for the next, 3 to 6 months. So it is a good deal to stock up on those things. That's just for your own use, not anybody else's to sell. It's just what you need for your own face for the next few months. All right, so the next thing, besides this can get you active for $181. Not a $225 order, but if you order all of it in that, it's $181. And all of our units have a challenge from the company at seminar to be recognized at seminar if we have a certain level of active consultants. So our unit goal is to get that 30% active unit members. So if you're active, A1, A2, or A3, you count already. But those girls that are I1, I2, I3, you try to place an active order. It helps several things. It makes you active. It helps your unit reach their unit goal, which might be one of the seminar unit clubs. There's so many things that go into that just by being active, and you can help your team get a good deal on products that you probably already use, save some money on those, but also be active so you count as an active consultant for your unit. Okay, the Rise and Radiate ends in June. June is such a big deal. It's our World Series in Mary Kay. So Rise and Radiate, if you've done a 600 wholesale in 4 months, raise your hand. 4 out of the last 6 months. If you've done it, okay. If you've done it 5 months, keep your hand up. If you've done it 6 months, keep your hand up. Okay, do we have some 6-monthers that are going to get to prance across stage, give that gold handbag, that shoulder bag? I think it's really cute. So I know Lisa has. Oh, how did you get that? Are they sending
It
them out
comes in their
already?
order.
Oh, it comes in the order.
Yeah, it came in my order. It's a lot
Oh.
bigger than I thought.
Oh, it's big. It's nice. I saw it in leadership and I
That
go, oh,
whole
I love this
handbag.
bag. Oh, Patty, I'm so excited to see it. Lisa, you've got like $7 to go to finish that. And Lisa will have it. So she's almost, $7 away, I think, from that. So, okay, who else? Anybody else? Gonna do 6 months and prance across stage? Well, that brings me to stage. That brings me to seminar. This is the month you register for seminar. So who has already registered for seminar? Yay, absolutely. And I know Lisa has, and she's got a team member that has. And we want to just, now for us girls in Kansas, it's just a trail ride down, you can drive your car to seminar. We've done it jillions of times. So just get your girls together in the car and go. All right. Now, when you're at seminar, it's all about the name badge. We all pick up our badge and it's on a lanyard. We have to have that every time we go. Of course, you guys are all probably familiar with that. Well, this year, every year it's all about the bling on the badge. You want the most blings. So I'm challenging you to go over to InTouch to the events menu, go down to seminar, and you'll see a place that says recognition. You can click on that, and then there's a download for all the bling buttons that are going to be recognized. So you want to pad those. So if you haven't done the updates on like the legal education, you can get the legal badge. There's all sorts of things that you can still get. But a couple of the things that you can still get is $300 My Shop. So if you have $300 in My Shop, is that the lanyard? I think it's the lanyard. Okay. So you'll have a special lanyard that others haven't if you do 300 in My Shop. Now, if you say, okay, I don't have anybody doing My Shop. Well, Lisa today was proactive in it. She had a facial and she made sure the girl ordered it on My Shop because she's $70 away from her 300 or something. So you figure it out. Maybe they normally order one way. And you can say, hey, today, can we put this on the My Shop? Why not? And then you can also, I've been testing this ever since December, and so far it's worked. You can also order yourself on My Shop. You can make your own, you can log into your My Shop as a customer, even with your own address, and it will come to you. I've done it multiple times. So just a little FYI until they figure it out and they stop it. But so far they haven't. Maybe they won't. So then you have your lady across the street get your order. Okay. Okay, so the next thing is the foundation challenge. If you sell 10, and it's not whether it's sold to a customer, it's whether you've ordered 10 from the company. That's the only thing they can track. But then there's a foundation challenge too at seminar. It's a bling button. It's another little badge on your badge, little button on your badge. So, check that because all those things are in your reports of whether you've done it or how many more you have to do. Okay, registration ends for seminar July 1st. They give you one day after the year closes. Okay. Don't wait till the last minute. And while we're talking about ordering, I think we mentioned it last week, make sure you're not ordering on the last day. Midnight of the last day, it's chaotic. It is, and so often the internet stops and so often they overflow, they blow up InTouch. So just get it done 2 or 3 days ahead of time, whatever your goals are, whatever you're trying to do, get it done and relax on the last day of the month. So, and let your director relax on the last day of the month. All right, let's have some recognition. We had Sherry and Marianne and Lisa and Kimberly and Gina and Jean. I didn't say last names, should I? We have some others that have the same name, but you guys know who you are, who entered their points on our recognition, our little board. And I appreciate you for doing that. Mary Kay always said, the work isn't finished until the paperwork is done. And so this is the paperwork that we do every single week. So our 2 top people that had over 300 in sales was Mary Ann, and she's not here, I don't believe, but she texted me she's coming later. And she will be in the car when she finally gets on as soon as she can. But she had a $513 week. She had a $200 facial. So yay for Mary Ann. And then in the number 1 position, Sherry Rice at 681. And girl, you did not say that you had a party or a facial or anything. So unmute yourself and tell us about your week. How did you have a $681 week?
Hello, everybody. So I had a $681 week by sending out a script. First, I called my customers, and if they didn't answer, I sent them a script. I would love to share it with you all if you want to hear it.
Yes.
Okay. So, and I did this every day, and I said that my goal ended on today, the 15th. So I said, Happy Tuesday, my beautiful friend. I am working hard to reach a personal Mary Kay goal by June the 15th, and your support will be greatly appreciated. Would you be willing to place an order from me? Whether it is a favorite product, a refill, or a gift for someone special, every order helps and means so much to me. Every purchase gets me closer to my goal. Thank you so much for supporting my small business and allowing me to be your Mary Kay Beauty consultant. With so much gratitude, Sherry. And so, and mostly, thanks y'all, mostly everyone that I asked, they were so happy to help me reach my goal. And so this came from just from orders. I didn't do any facials this week. I didn't do any, I did sell one skincare set because she said that she needed to reorder her skincare set. But yeah, but that was the script I used, and I almost got an order from everyone.
How many did you send out?
Probably, oh, dang, my thing is out. Oh, here it is. So I use this little weekly planner and let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 18.
All right. All right. So these are
About
good
18.
customers that you have a great relationship with, and you let them know you had a goal. And
Yes.
women love to help you reach. Did they
Yeah.
say anything like, did this help? Or did you reach it or anything like that?
Yeah, they sure did. They was like, I would be glad to help you reach your goal. And actually I had two more tonight to place another order. So I'm gonna put that towards next week, but it was $120. So I
Oh,
was like, I'm gonna go ahead and count that for next week, since I had already turned this in. But yeah, they was like, would that help you? Or, so I'm like, just sending those scripts out and asking, your consultants and friends or whatever if they will help. They will be glad to help you.
that's great.
Yes.
Thank you and congratulations, Sherry.
Thank
All right,
you.
I see Marianne popped on. She's in her car. So, Marianne, if it's safe for you, can you tell us about your week? Oh,
Can you
you're
hear me?
yes.
Okay. I can't figure out how to turn the picture off. So you're looking up at the sky. Um, I I had a customer go with me to my adoptee units meeting, and we were doing a class on underpainting. And she had asked me when she saw in the book the underpainting picture, she asked me if I would show her how to do that. So I went to her and I just asked, would you like to go to my meeting? That's what we're doing. And she loved it. And she ended up buying almost $200. And yeah, that was nice. And then the rest of it was reorders. I talked to a couple of people that didn't order, and the rest of them are reorders. Some of them
All
contacted
right.
me, and some of them I contacted them.
Okay, I know she was working on Centris Challenge too. So right now we got to go because it's Jessica's time, and Jessica is going to teach us tonight. She's been in Mary Kay 17 and a half years. She's been a director for 7.5 years. She's earned over 5 cars. She's done over 50 quarters of Star Consultant, and this just is fabulous. 15 gold medals. That means 15 months that she's had at least 5 or more team members that she's recruited. Her highest monthly check has been $5,916, and her highest 13% check, that's based on her group, her personal team, that's been over 1,300. And she was Miss Go Give for July of 2020, and she's got that cute little tiny baby. She and her husband Matthew, what, 3 months old, Jessica?
She'll be
So
5 months old on Friday.
this is out of date then. Okay, so let's go, Jessica. Thank you.
I know, I can't believe I have like a grown-up baby. I'm like, you're a grown-up baby. You sit up, you roll over, you you're like, I'm still a baby, but you're grown up. Thanks, Donna. All right. Well, I'm excited to teach you guys. I know some of you heard me train before on this, but I'm gonna definitely have a challenge at the end of this. So you guys better be paying attention here. Just kidding. But I have all the scripts and everything. I'm gonna share my screen in a minute. But I'll have all the scripts for you guys too on our page. But
There.
first of all, I want to talk to you guys. Oh, okay, am I able to share? Okay. So I'm going to talk about how to meet new people. So, when you start your business, and anytime, I would actually say every 6 months or so, you want to make a list of 100 people that you know. So we talk about that with you guys too, but think about how many new people are just have been in front of you recently, and like just wherever, like your little circle at least changes. At least 10 more new people probably since last month. And so if you haven't made a list of 100 people recently, I would say go to make a list right now. Keep your notebook with you. I think Gina said this before too, like, oh, that person reminds me of so and so. I'm gonna write their name down. And so I have just my notebook in my phone. It's just digital. But all the time, anytime you guys are like, oh gosh, that person looks like so and so, or this person I know. So always have that list going. And then another way to meet new people is by honoring working women, is what I call it, and putting out lead boxes. So I heard this idea from someone that trained at a conference before, and I just ran with it. I've been doing it for years. At one point, I went out with Gina one summer and we put a ton of boxes out, and then I went out with another team member, another team member. At one point I had 100 boxes out across town, and now it's dwindled a little bit with baby here, but it's really great because it's a great way to work all the, like, just to have leads going. Gina and I put boxes out last summer, or no, I don't think it was last summer, it was the summer before. Yeah, 2 summers. I was like, wait, I wasn't pregnant doing that. That was the summer before. So and that the business from that has just continued to propel us. We went out and checked boxes a couple last month, I think, and we had like, I don't know, a couple 10 leads or so in there. So the work that we did 2 summers ago has just continued now. And so it needs to be something that well, it could be one or two things. You can just like power through and just do like, I'm gonna put as many boxes as I can out in the summer. That's what Gina and I did. We did every other weekend or something and just putting boxes out, and that, all those boxes have, we've been able to check from there. And you want to also keep boxes with you all the time, because anytime you see a business, which obviously you guys are gonna see businesses every day, you can just jump out and partner with them. So that's a little backstory. So what it is it is a box from Amazon. You can get as fancy as you want. I am not a fancy, I am high eye personality, super excited, but if I have to put a bow on something, I'm not going to do it. So I am like, I can do it. I got to do simple. So you guys might be more fancy than I am. I was hoping that Jean was going to be on here tonight because hers are beautiful, all these like beautiful ribbons and stuff. But you don't have to have it be beautiful. In fact, it's probably better if it's not too beautiful, because if it gets tossed, you're not going to cry, because they will get tossed. So just know that. So I have pictures and links and all that stuff for you guys. But it's just a box from Amazon called a treat box. It lays flat. You just pop it back up when you're ready for it. There's different options. There's polka dots. There's all the different things. I just keep mine in whatever this is called, little tote bag here. But I just have boxes in here ready to go. So anytime I see a shopping center, I'm going to stop at it. So it's just a treat box. You put them flat so when you don't need them. And then there are these rings. Again, all the links are there for you guys, but rings. These sheets are on the links for you guys too, but just a sheet. And then on the front, it says, enter to receive a free charcoal mask pampering session. Fill out the attached form or drop in a business card. And it says pampering sessions can be in person or virtual. We will find the perfect combination of products to give your skin what it needs to be healthy. And I just realized I sent Donna the links, but I have a Canva too. So if you don't work in person or virtual or whichever one, you can edit it. And then the slips just say free pampering entry. Name, email, phone number. Are you over 18 years old? Do you have a Mary Kay consultant? Yes or no? If so, what is her name? Would you like to nominate a friend, your friend's name, and your friend's phone number? So these boxes are ready to go. Some of them look a little different. I have sometimes do pink paper, sometimes white. But all we do is we go around to businesses. Don't prejudge because we're like, oh, I don't think this place is gonna let us, and then they say yes. And so you're just gonna go into anywhere. Now you can't really go into like, you're not gonna go into like Chili's or like TJ Maxx or something like that, but you guys are gonna go to like just a regular store. Okay. I don't do the papers on, I just looked at the things, Lisa, just regular paper. I just do regular paper. Like I said, simple. You guys can make it all fancy, if you want, but simple's for me. So you just go into a store, like a good place that we found is like cell phone repair, shops, boba tea. I don't know if you guys have boba tea out there, but, just like anywhere that's not like a huge, what are they called? Not like a huge store, but what is it, Gina?
A chain store.
Chain. Okay, not a chain. Thank you. I was like, what is it called? So thank you, Linda. So you're just gonna go into regular business, okay? And all you say, you guys, it's like this is the most simple thing. We just say, hi, we're out partnering with local businesses, and we're wondering if we can put this on your countertop. Now, if it's a guy, all you need to say is that, and they just say, yeah, put it right there. And it's like, okay, you don't even know what I have, but perfect. Like the guys don't care about details. They're just like, yes or no, right away. And now if it's a girl, you kind of have to explain because they're like, what is it? What do you have? So you just let them know, you know, just partnering with local businesses. We offer complimentary pampering sessions. Your customers can come in, they can put their name and number on here. It's a free session. They can do it virtual or they can do it in person. What we'll do is we'll put this box on your countertop and then we'll come back and check it in a week. So the key is when you first put it out, you do need to go back and check it in a week, because you want to know, you want them to see if it was okay. And so some people, and don't be upset if they say, no, the box was in the way, just take it away. It's okay. So they might say, no, it was in the way, or, you know, or they might say we lost it, or they have no clue. They have no memory of it. But you know, your best case scenario is they say, yes, here it is. And there's names in there. So you want to work with a bunch of boxes. So if you just have one box out, you know, it could be, you know, the one that is magical and has all the names in it, but you do need to have about 10 going, or 5 going, so that you can check for it. So the box goes on the countertop, and then we say, oh, and by the way, we are actually out honoring working women. Here, I have these slips on here. Go ahead and fill it out, put your name and number, and we'll put you in our drawing too. So it's twofold. You're honoring and it doesn't have to be working women. Sometimes it's like all guys, and we're like, we're honoring working people. And so it could be whatever. But you're gonna get the names and numbers of all the employees in there and everybody who's working, and then also put the box there. And it's really fun, especially when you go to like a dentist or something, and you're like, who else is back there? And they're like, oh yeah, there's 3 other ladies. Like, okay, take that back there, and here, have them all fill it out. And so they're like passing, you like really don't have to do anything. You just say it one time to the person in the front counter, and then they're passing it around. Make sure once you get your slips, you write notes. So you're like, the lady at the front, the main receptionist, she was super helpful. At the dentist, you write all these notes about them, because once you start going, when you do like 3 stores, you literally cannot remember who they work for. And then I don't actually bring anything in there with me. So don't bring your purse, don't bring your like tote bag, just like least amount of things. And we always have like, my dresses always have pockets. So I'm like, I have pens in one pocket and the slips go in the other pocket. And so it's funny because it's like, you guys could be more organized than that, but you're just putting slips in places. You can attach a pen to it if you'd like. Some of mine have pens on them, or we've just kind of put a pen with a string and then you can attach that on there. A lot of places have pens on the counter, so they'll just have you put a pen there, but you can attach one on there. So they look super simple. You just want to go in and ask businesses. Don't prejudge. You never know what's going to be the perfect place. For us, it's been those 2 cell phone repairs, because people are sitting and waiting and they don't have their cell phone. So they're like, what else am I supposed to do? They just are going to fill out a slip for you. Tea, like the boba tea, Jamba Juice, those kind of things are good. You want to ask everybody that you come in contact with, and then you want to do the double, you're asking honoring working women, and then you're also putting the box out. So once, like I said, when you first go in, I'll answer that question, just say, when you first go in, you want to check back 1 week. That way you know if you can have it in there or not. And then after that, you can check with them. You can say, would it be okay if I check back in 1 month? Or you don't want to go any more than a month. Or you can go back in 3 weeks. And then when you're first doing your boxes, start with the area that you go all the time. Like go from like whatever, if you're like, I was just going from now I'm like from my mom's house to my house, or from work to my house. So go in the line where you're already going back and forth, because it'll be a lot easier to check. You're just on your way home and you just stop and check those. Once you start taking over the world and you have 100 boxes, then you can start going down that way, this way, and this way, and this way. Just know that when you go check them, that it might take, sometimes it takes us like 2 hours to go check them. So it's another session that you pull, you do. And then make sure you have your dress on, you look sharp, you have your hair done, your makeup done, your jewelry. I've had ladies just say, oh my gosh, you guys, where are you guys going? You guys look so nice. Or guys like, oh, I haven't seen a lady in a dress in a long time. And it's like, oh my gosh. And so that just like, you didn't have to say anything and you're just in a dress and you're already like getting names from there. So it's honoring working women and honoring working women and having their boxes come out. So when you set them up, the slip goes into the box? Yes. Oh, thank you. Good question. I was like, I'm gonna be missing something, so you guys have to answer. So yeah, there's this here's one that's like ready to go. So you just pops right up, and then you can just fold in the sides here, and then we just make a hole, like a little bit bigger of a hole than the slit there. So these ones are the best ones to get. Like I said, I have the links for you guys. These ones are hard because the bottom has to like hook in somehow. But we just make a little slit at the top there, and then the slips just tape right on here. And I've also seen people you could use like a microdermabrasion box. You can just put the, make a little slit in the top of the microdermabrasion box. You can use a repair set box, if they have more space on their table. You can just use a box that you have normally, or a cute bag. So don't worry too much about what it's going to look like. I know Mary Kay sells, on Mary Kay Connections, they sell boxes. You could do whatever you want. Just know that they can be thrown away. So if you're going to pay like $6 a box, it's kind of like a steep investment if they get tossed. So I just use these ones from Amazon, and they look super cute and easy. So in the links, and I'll answer any questions you guys have, there is a link that Donna has on our, oh good, some of you are already on there, perfect. So there's videos. I know Donna interviewed me like a couple of years ago, and I had another person interview me, so those videos are there. But you guys can just see my numbers that 1 month I was seeing 55 faces and having $5,400 in sales. These were just from the boxes. 53 new faces, 50 new faces, just from the boxes. And here's what I say. Hi, I'm partnering with local businesses, and I was wondering if I could put this box on your counter for your customers to receive a complimentary spa session, whatever you want to call it. Or you can have the slips here. You can see what I just said here, but all my scripts are here. What do I say when I'm calling them? obviously you guys will see my part of town on here, but you can change it up a little bit, what text to say. Here's all the links. If you want to do polka dot boxes, there's a link here for Amazon, or rose gold. We like those ones. And then the slips are on here as well. All the different scripts, you can just kind of see how I kind of go through a conversation. And then I don't know why there's a word right there at the top, but you can print off this. I think we do 4 to a page, so that you can fit them on a little bit better. And then here are the slips, and one of these links is the Canva too. And then you guys can see just kind of what it looks like when it's set up. I literally just tape it to the box. I do put my information. We put our little return address label on there, so that we say if there's any problem with it, if someone comes in and says that we can't have it, just go ahead and text me or call me and I'll come pick it up. And we have had businesses say, after we got talking to the manager, they said that we can't have it here, and so they'll call us and we'll just come pick it up. But I don't want them to throw it away. So I'm like, please call me if you have any problems with the box. But this is just a great way to get new leads. You guys, like, it's a basically free, you're just getting the boxes and the rings and the slips, and putting these boxes out can generate so much, so many new leads and new faces and things. So I challenge you guys, your challenge this week is, well, I'm going to give you 2 weeks, because you might have, well, I don't know. Amazon does come in 24 hours these days. So I'm going to say 1 week, but if you're trying to get the supplies and everything, we'll give you 2 weeks. But to get the boxes made and to go out and put them in 5 businesses. The key is not just having all your eggs in one basket. You want to have 5 at least out that are working for you. Don't prejudge. Don't stress about where you're going. Just put the boxes in your little tote bag and just go wherever you're going to go. Stop and be like, there's a shopping center. Get out. Go and just ask them, can I put this box on your countertop, and see what they say. And just know that they are going to say no, and it's okay. Nothing bad happened. You just asked them. But make a note of where you went and what day it was and what they said, because new management changes all the time. You also might catch a different person when you go again. So make a note of where you've gone, so that when you're ready to go back and do a different time, it might be someone different, or it might have changed. And so every time we go check, we're like, oh, that place is new and that place is new. And there's just so many new, I'm like, have we asked at this place? And so I just keep a running document in my phone, just on a Google Doc. We used to do a notepad. You can also bring a notebook with you, just to take notes. But as many notes as you can, write down about the business there. Okay, so your goal is to get the slips and make those. Okay, Lisa's in. Okay, who else is going to take the challenge? I'm going to put out 5 boxes. Stacia's like, yeah. Okay, Sherry, perfect. And you guys are going to find, I know all of you guys are in so many different states. You'll find that people are like, I've been looking for a Mary Kay consultant for so long. They'll write you a note in there of they're looking for someone. So it's so fun because you're partnering with different businesses. So what questions do you guys have? What are the boxes called on Amazon? I think they're called treat boxes, but you can click on that link. So you just want to make sure that they are foldable. And then, was that it? I think I answered the rest. Yes, it is a little out of your comfort zone at first, Jenny. But once you get going, you kind of have to pump yourself up. We're like, okay, once you do one, it gets so much better. You guys have heard me train before. I'm scared to talk to people there for a while. I'm like, oh, I can't do it. But once you put your dress on, put your outfit on, you start going, you go to 1 and they say yes, and then you just keep going, and then it's hard to stop. And I don't count how many slips per box. I just put a stack in there. But I would say do at least 10 or so. But when you go check it, you'll find which boxes need to replenish. And so that's why I keep everything in here. There's just, it looks like a mess, but there's slips at the bottom here. There's extra slips, so I can put them in my boxes as they run out. They're already hole punched and they're ready to go to replenish. And then you can have them ready to go. So you'll start finding which boxes are popular and just replenish them. And then someone did say, which was a genius, is if you need to, like if the box is full, just take the whole box and put another one out, so that you're not messing around in there trying to get all the leads, but I just pull them out of there. And how many do you get? They don't really drop in a business card too much. Every once in a while, I wish I just found one the other day, but every once in a while they'll pop in a business card, but most of the time they will fill it out. Okay. All
Jessica,
right.
would you say that is your number one source of leads, or do you have another source?
Yes, that's my number one source of leads. And then I do bridal shows as well. And then I do like reach out to people on Facebook and then have my 100 people list and referrals. So I do have everything kind of going, but that is yeah, it's definitely where I started and built from there. And now I'm like on referrals and people. So there's no excuse to not have anyone to reach out to when you guys have boxes and honoring working women. So it's definitely going to be the place to start propelling your business and get you guys seeing faces. Stacia, yeah. Question.
Yeah, I was at Smoothie King the other day and there was a box in there, a Mary Kay box. And I was kind of being curious and I was looking in it, see how many she had. And just then she came in to pick it up. And I was talking to her and she was a new director. And I was like, "Do these work for you?" And she's like, "I moved here 6 months ago and I knew nobody, and this is how I've built my business here in Colorado."
Yes, so good. That's awesome.
So
Yep.
I
And
think
it's so fun.
what
Oh,
I'm
go ahead.
hearing when you do all these lead boxes, you become a director.
Yes.
I will have to say that that's how I became a director, was with
Oh,
boxes.
wow.
Yes. I love that. So
That's
let's
amazing.
do it. Let's put some out, ladies. There's no stopping you. Just keep them in your car, have them ready to go. You're gonna be driving by something all the time. Yes,
Hey,
we have the time. We got to just go do it. Meet these people. And it's
hey,
so fun.
Jessica,
Yes.
quick question. How many do you think you have out right now?
Well, it's kind of dwindled, especially since I haven't putting out in 5 months. But I think I only have like maybe 20. I mean, I shouldn't say only. Maybe 15. Well, I know Gina and I have maybe like 10 together. Do we have 10?
You're out there with 3 other consultants, so you have to add
Yeah.
those too.
Yeah, I think I maybe have 20 right now. But yeah, the magic number is 100. I won't give you guys too big of a challenge for this week, or this month, but I will say the more that you have out, obviously, the more leads you'll have, because those months when I had 53 faces, those were just 53 faces from the boxes. I saw other people, I was seeing 75, 70 faces. And so that's when you really can see a lot of people.
And
But
can
yeah,
I
so
add, Jessica, you were doing that when you were working
full
lots of
time.
hours. Yes.
Yes. Yep, working full time and checking boxes and just checking boxes on the way home. So if you can like carve out, I don't want to scare you guys by saying 2 hours, but if you can carve out 2 hours, just go at like 10 a.m. on a Saturday or go at 5 o'clock on a evening and just go around to like as many little shopping centers as you can. That 2 hours can just propel your business for 2 years. Like I haven't put boxes out in so long because of the time that I put in for those for the time putting in those boxes has benefited me all these years later. So yeah, Gina.
We definitely enjoy doing the teams. Grab another person and go do it, and do every other shop, and just know that you're going to share all the names together. But when it's been a time where Jessica's like, "Hey, I can't can you go pick them up?" And I'll say, "Yeah," and let me call you with the names. And then I'll say, "Yeah, Jessica, I can't this time. Can you on your way home hit that Wadsworth strip?" And she can do that. So it definitely works well with a partner. So grab a partner and just do every other one. And then just know that you're going to share the names, and then both of you have an invested interest to go back and check those boxes. So that's
Gina,
what.
Gina, when you share the names, you're talking about sharing the names. So do you just go A, B, C, D, this pile like that without even
Yeah.
looking at them? You just divide
Yep.
them up like that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Occasionally we've had where someone has folded a couple together so we know that they're friends. And so we're like, okay, well, here's 2 for one person. Someone gets 2 from another box kind of thing. So we make it as even as we can. Yeah. We both.
Awesome.
Yes. Awesome. All right. I'm excited to hear who can put out 5 this week and get their stuff ordered. You can order tonight and it'll be here tomorrow. Amazon fast delivery. And then I think it's time for our breakout rooms. But I'm excited to hear what you guys, what you guys find is popular too, since I know we're in different states too, just to see what's popular out there. So good questions.
Okay, the rooms are open.
All right.
Can you please put Lena in Centra's room, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyone else need to be moved?
Hang on.
Hey, Lena,
Did you move Lena?
I tried to, there, I think she went. Okay. All right, and Jeannie, do you need to be moved to Linda's? Okay. Jenny, I'm trying to move you.